Hi, Bridget Slater here to talk to you some more about reading. I'm going to talk to you about what we do in the second week of our reading workshop cycle or book browse in year one. So after the children have spent the first week of guided reading sessions working on their word level and their fluency skills, in the second week of the reading cycle we will move on to developing their comprehension skills, and we do several activities with the children to enhance their comprehension of the book that they've been reading. This is an activity for a yellow level book. It's a fiction book about The Lion's Dinner, which is a play. And so the children, if they were doing this activity, would need to read the sentences and then cut out the characters that are at the bottom of the screen here and match them up to the sentences. So that really helps their comprehension of what they've read. Okay. Moving on to a blue level book, you can see that things are getting a little more tricky now. Again, this is a fiction book called Super Duper Skills. This is another cutting and sticking activity. So the children need to read all of the sentences, decide which two parts of the sentence go together. Of course, they need to look at capital letters and full stops as well for some evidence for that learning as well. And then they've got some pictures to go with their sentences underneath. Another fun activity. This is a green level book now, and this is a non-fiction text all about animal feet. So the children need to read the sentences and then to join them up, beginnings to endings, to make sure that they all match. And moving on to an orange level text now, so you can see things are getting slightly more tricky. This is much more like a more formal comprehension, where the children are reading questions and answering those questions after having read the text. So I've got a fairly tricky activity here. We're onto a purple book now, and this is a purple level comprehension. As you can see, we're getting a little bit more tricky now. So the children need to read the questions and sometimes do a multiple choice answer. And also we're moving into much more tricky inference questions now, where the children have to read between the lines or indeed think of their own reasons for answers. So there's a question here: what bird would you make king and why? So the children need to read the story and make up their own opinions on what they've read and decide the reasons for their answers. So we're getting even more tricky there. Okay, and finally, I've got a gold level comprehension activity for you here. So again, there are some multiple choice questions and also some questions about how words are written in the text and why they've been written like that, and also getting into some very tricky questions where the children have to infer their answers as well. So how was Mamtu's mother feeling at the end, and how do you know? So they need to be thinking about all the different words that that they saw in the text and use those to evidence their answers. So I hope that helps you understand more of what we do at Stanford Infant School. Lots and lots of activities to really help the fluency of their reading, but also lots and lots of activities to enhance the comprehension of what they've read as well. When you're reading with your children at home, it really helps if you ask them questions about what they've read, because they really need to understand what they've read as well as being able to read fluently. Thanks for listening. Bye.